We're the victim of one bombing raid so far. Another bombing raid on the way. It jarred this ration loose from the rafters, I'm guessing. Luckily, I don't need it.
I hope Otacon got to the control room all right. Wait, so is the door that's open right now the only door that Otacon had to open?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It didn't do us much good, because it just leads to a room that's all barricaded, with an iron bar. I'm trying to hit Meryl, but it won't work!
I'll drive.
Saw your arms.
Surveillance camera.
Damn it. If I successfully hit her, I would have been allowed to drive.
Damn, no keys.
So, these guards, did they show up because of the surveillance camera?
Oh yeah, they're still on the clock. It doesn't matter that there's nowhere for them to have come from.
Got it, Snake. Jump in.
No, just gotta tap it. That'll start that.
Isn't Otacon in the control room? Like, wouldn't he be the one watching the security cameras?
Oh my god. Otacon's heel turn. When it boils down to it, Otacon is a company man. He's just doing a job.
You didn't see any of them because they had stealth camouflage.
He had stealth camouflage on, and it makes him blind. So this is the escape route. It's the only way out of that Metal Gear hangar without lowering the platform back.
We'll never make it.
It seems like a smoother transition than that wonky elevator.
Let's go.
He had lava room.
Right? So I think this might be the direction all that cool stuff was being brought in from. Not the other way around.
Not the lava room.
I forgot that it's not a one-way into the base thing. Which is smart. So this is the way they got Metal Gear Rex into the hangar, unless he was constructed there. Like a ship in a bottle.
And you're already on the 31st basement floor, I guess.
I guess this is the way they planned on getting Rex out of the base when he needed to be used.
This doesn't seem like Rex can get out through here.
Yeah.
What?
He's still here! I thought surely the man that blew up from a helicopter...
You didn't have a parachute this time. You were shirtless.
Yeah, that's why he was shirtless. He had constructed a parachute out of his shirt.
And so that Snake couldn't do the same. They had to take off Snake's shirt.
It was a foolproof plan. And you messed it up by being the superior brother. This would be a lot easier if Snake was able to aim his gun up and down at all, instead of just side to side.
At the tires?
Because he ducks and he is invulnerable.
Don't you have your upper guns, like a rocket launcher?
No, he took those all away when he took my shirt off. I kept them all in my shirt pocket.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you got your shirt back. Doesn't that mean you're re-equipped? You have your smokes?
I have nothing. I have, like, a
He
ration.
took your
left.
smokes too?
That bastard! All the other stuff I could forgive, but this time I'm gonna kill you for real! He'd probably be better with a gun on the back of his truck.
I'm kind of busy looking somewhere else.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh. Snake! Snake! If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi,
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
So that's Metal Gear Solid 1. The end of the same story happening to Solid Snake 3 times.
Hey! Snake is actually played by Dave.
It forms a nice triangle of references, having Snake really be named David, because his voice actor is David Hayter. But also, Dave and Meryl are the characters from Policenauts. And then David and Hal are the characters from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's Otacon's voice actor, Hal Emmerich.
Their voice actor didn't go by their real name for this game. But yes. So, stick around, you'll see coming up soon a bonus video showing off all of the post-game stuff. There's actually quite a bit of interesting details you can get from a post-game, depending on how you did in your playthrough, and whether or not you've collected all of the endings. So there are 2 different endings depending on whether you submit to the torture or not. But if you collect both of them, you get even more stuff unlocked in New Game Plus.
You gotta save Liquid in your final.
in the final one, you save DARPA Chief Donald Anderson.
So, what do your genes say now, Snake?
There's actually one ending for every member of Foxhound. So, brother and Dave, we make quite a pair.
So your name is Dave, I see.
And then, like, the 0.1% of players who actually name David all freak out, throw the controller away.
Controller starts vibrating.
So there are some thanks in order. I'd like to thank Blind Cat for joining me for this journey through Metal Gear Solid 1. The final game in the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
Wait, Metal Gear Solid 1?
Oh, that's just a formality, Metal Gear Solid 1, to help you delineate from Metal Gear 1, which is a different game.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody in both of the threads who stuck with this LP for a very long time, because I posted this initially in, 2013? And finishing it up now. So this was 10 years of work put into this LP, and I'm glad to see it finished. There were times when I didn't think I would. So I'm pretty sure I could do Metal Gear Solid 2 by the time I die.
What's important is that you choose life.
And I'd like to thank Instant Grat for his experimental LPs thread, without which this LP might not even exist.
So, Liquid surviving the fall never gets explained at all?
Which one?
The one that doesn't involve a parachute.
He's just that good. He's the inferior clone, but he's just that good, so just think about how good Snake must be.
Because his body wasn't even at the... What?
You could say he was thrown clear, You could say he bounced off Snake's shirt, which is why he took
it was
it off.
just that padded.
He took it off in the first place. Was just
That's why. Yeah, you set it down right so he had a landing pad.
Oh, you were wondering what Revolver Ocelot was up to this whole time? He had a big trampoline.
Is it just me, or did it sound like he was getting closer with that last snake for a minute? They always talk about Big Boss like he's still a present figure.
Yeah.
Like his presence is still around, which it is, but it doesn't feel like you're talking about someone who's in the ground.
Yeah. Well, maybe he never made it to the ground. They wanted his DNA, so he's probably on ice somewhere.
Which is weird, because they also have his DNA.
Yeah, in them. They are his DNA, as it turns out.
Because, I mean, it's not just like the genome soldiers who have soldier genes, whatever select genes those are. But Snake and Snake are clones.
Yeah, the Snake's one's the recessive inferior clone.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, one of them makes perfect sense, and the other is the superior genetic clone. So neither of them are technically identically genetically linked to Big Boss. Because one has all of his recessive genes and one has all of his dominant
That's
genes.
not how that works.
So one is a little bit worse and one's a little bit better, but the same. And if you wait to the end of the credits...
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Now that's a twist you don't see coming.
What? So Snake has all the recessive genes? Liquid has all the dominant genes, and, the President has...
He's got, what, 92 chromosomes?
He's got them both.
Yep.
He has both sets.
He's just
He
gonna...
has 2 complete sets, and he has, 46 chromosomes.
a big scar going right down the middle of his body, where they sewed up the dominant right hand and the dominant left hand. Every other hair is blonde or brown. And that's the skills you need to get elected.
What? What?
And the gall to make that the cliffhanger epilogue twist ending and end the franchise there. Kojima, you beautiful bastard, you did it!
Solidus? What?
Solidus, it's a term that means It's the point in between liquid and solid.
I had questions, but I can't remember any of them because Revolver Ocelot has thoroughly thrown me off guard.
Yeah, I thought you would not anticipate a different epilogue ending.
I did not.
Nice, which is why we did them in reverse order this time. It's because you get more details with the good ending.
What the? What the actual hell?
Yeah. Snake, have you ever noticed that the president looks exactly like you? But slightly blonde?
The thing is, the president has to be at least 35 years old to be the president.
Right.
But he's also a clone of Big Boss.
Right. And they were all born at the same time using the super baby method. Or he was cloned after, therefore making him younger than the 32-year-old Solid Snake.
Because you can't be the US president unless you're at least 35 years old. So, he had to have been cloned earlier.
But he couldn't have been.
Huh?
But he couldn't have been cloned earlier.
No.
Because he was already at the perfect balance, so they wouldn't have had to do this.
So they wouldn't make any sense for them to make inferior versions afterwards.
Right.
If anything, he would have been cloned after the super baby method and had some refinement, right?
Yeah.
But he has to be at least 35 years old in order to be the president.
That's true.
Huh?
What the?
Time travel? Is this stolen identity stuff?
Can you believe it or not, they answer that question.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
He's actually Decoy Octopus. I mean, Decoy Octopus, when you really think about it, has 8 arms like a snake, and the Super Baby method uses how many babies? Super Baby Octopus with 8 snake arms. He's all the snakes.
Oh, wow. You've guessed the twist of the second game.
Really?
Nobody knew that there was an 8th baby. Every time we kill off another snake clone. Nobody knew. There was a 42nd.
We never killed Big Boss in the first and second game. It was actually just a Decoy Octopus.
Every US official for the past 30 years has been a clone of Big Boss and nobody noticed.
Why is someone from the Russian IRS working for the... What the hell is even going on here?
Yeah. How about that? Why is Big Boss's, personal guard working for the clone of Big Boss, who's also the president?
I don't see why they would make this the last Metal Gear.
Why they would drop that twist?
What the hell?
Well, because if it's the end of the series, you can drop whatever twist you want. You never have to answer any follow-up questions.
Wouldn't that make it really hard to make a sequel if you really wanted to?
That's actually a writing strategy for some people in serialized fiction, is to write themselves into a corner.
Force them to be creative?
Yeah, so they have to pull off something either amazing or really bad to get them out of it.
And that's why they swapped the slot machines.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last game.
Yeah.
What?
I have one more twist ending for you, Blind Cat. It's called Metal Gear Solid 1 because they anticipated a sequel.
What?
Metal Gear Solid VR missions.